Before we begin today's discussion, let me pose a question that might make you pause and reflect. Have you ever experienced that unsettling sensation of being observed? Even while relaxing in the sanctuary of your own home, that feeling might be more accurate than you realize. The truth is, there are 5 common locations where seniors across America are being quietly observed, monitored, and their personal information collected, often without their knowledge or understanding. I'm going to walk you through each of these situations carefully, so you can take steps to safeguard your personal privacy and peace of mind. Please stay with me through this entire discussion, because the final point I'll share is the one that surprises even the most cautious and privacy-aware seniors I know. Before we continue, I'd appreciate it if you could take a moment to like this video, as it helps other seniors in our community discover this important information. Consider subscribing to our channel if protecting your personal privacy matters to you. And I invite you to share in the comments below whether you've ever discovered a device recording or listening when you weren't expecting it. The reality we face today is vastly different from the simpler times many of us remember. Technology has woven itself into nearly every aspect of our daily lives, often in ways that aren't immediately obvious. While these advances have brought convenience and connection, they've also created new vulnerabilities that deserve our attention and understanding. Number 1, you watch your smart television. Many of us grew up in an era when televisions served a single, straightforward purpose. You switched them on, adjusted the channel using a dial or simple remote, and enjoyed your programs. Today's smart televisions, however, represent something entirely different. These devices are sophisticated computers that maintain constant internet connections, and that connectivity enables them to transmit information back to their manufacturers in ways that would have seemed like science fiction decades ago. The scope of information these devices collect often surprises people. Smart televisions routinely monitor every program you watch, recording how long you view each show, noting the specific times you prefer to watch, and even tracking your viewing patterns like pausing, rewinding, or changing channels. While this might seem innocuous, this data creates a comprehensive digital portrait of your daily routines, personal preferences, and lifestyle habits. What makes this situation more concerning is that many modern televisions include built-in microphones and cameras. These features enable voice commands and video calling capabilities. But here's the troubling reality. These recording devices don't always remain inactive when you assume they are. There have been documented cases where these systems have collected audio recordings or captured images without users' awareness or explicit consent. Companies typically justify this data collection by claiming it enhances the user experience, but the truth extends beyond improvement efforts. This personal information is frequently sold to advertising companies or utilized in ways you never authorized. For seniors, these privacy risks become particularly significant. Consider the conversations you have while watching television, perhaps discussing health concerns with your spouse, sharing financial details over the phone with family members, or having intimate conversations with your grandchildren visiting from places like Denver or Atlanta. If your television's privacy settings weren't properly configured during initial setup, these personal moments could be recorded and stored in databases you never intended to access. Number 2, your smartphone applications. Our mobile phones have evolved into indispensable companions for daily life. For many seniors across America, smartphones serve as vital lifelines, connecting us with family members, providing entertainment through games, helping navigate to destinations like the local Walmart or community center in towns from Phoenix to Boston, and even assisting with medication management and health monitoring. However, each application you install potentially grants access to pieces of your private information without clear understanding of the implications. The most concerning culprits are typically the free applications that seem harmless at first glance. A simple weather application, for instance, might appear completely safe, but during installation, it may request permission to access your location continuously, not just when you're checking the forecast. Many applications demand access to your microphone, contact lists, photo galleries, and even text message conversations. Consider this carefully. Why would a puzzle game or flashlight application need to know who you're calling or your exact location throughout the day? The answer is simple. They don't need this information for their stated purpose. Yet thousands of applications demand exactly these permissions. This becomes particularly troubling when seniors agree to these permission requests, often by quickly tapping accept without fully understanding what they're authorizing. They unknowingly enable constant monitoring and tracking. This explains why you might mention something casually, perhaps discussing a new pair of comfortable shoes or a potential vacation to places like Yellowstone or Miami Beach, and then suddenly encounter advertisements for those exact items across all your online activities. This isn't coincidental. Many applications are actively monitoring your conversations and feeding this information into extensive advertising networks. The security vulnerabilities of some applications create additional risks. Hackers can exploit poorly protected applications to gain unauthorized access to personal information. I've encountered situations where seniors were unknowingly tracked throughout their communities simply because an innocent-appearing application was leaking their location data continuously. With identity theft becoming increasingly common, these seemingly minor details about your age, address, daily routines, and personal habits can be transformed into tools that scammers use to target vulnerable individuals. Number 3, public security cameras. When we venture outside our homes, we enter a world that's far more monitored than most people realize. Whether you're driving through downtown Chicago, walking into a grocery store in suburban Texas, visiting your local bank in small-town Nebraska, or simply taking a pleasant stroll through your neighborhood in places like Salem, Oregon, or Charleston, South Carolina, there's a substantial likelihood that your face and movements are being recorded by multiple camera systems. Initially, this surveillance might not seem particularly concerning. After all, security cameras serve important purposes. They deter criminal activity, help catch shoplifters, and provide valuable evidence when accidents occur at busy intersections. However, the surveillance landscape has transformed dramatically in recent years. Modern camera systems no longer simply record blurry, low-quality footage for basic security purposes. Many contemporary cameras feature advanced facial recognition technology that can identify you personally, connect your face to various databases, and track your movements across multiple locations throughout your day. What makes this particularly concerning is how these systems are being implemented and utilized. You don't need to be involved in any criminal activity to become caught up in these surveillance networks. Seniors simply going about their normal daily routines, such as attending Sunday service at their local church, picking up prescriptions at the pharmacy, or meeting friends at a favorite cafe in downtown areas from Portland, Maine to San Diego, California, can all be documented, tracked, and stored in permanent databases. In some locations, these surveillance systems connect directly to marketing platforms, meaning your visit to a particular store could trigger personalized advertisements before you even return home. The critical question becomes, where does all this collected information ultimately go? Frequently, the footage becomes property of private companies or various government agencies. There aren't always clear, strict regulations governing how long this information is stored, who can access it, or how it might be used in the future. This lack of oversight creates significant opportunities for potential misuse. If you'd like to learn more about protecting your privacy, please subscribe to our channel where we regularly discuss these important topics for our senior community. Number 4, your home assistant devices. Alexa, Google Home, and Siri have become more than simple gadgets for many seniors across America. These smart home assistants often feel like helpful companions in our daily lives. You ask Alexa to play your favorite Glenn Miller or Frank Sinatra songs, request weather updates, set reminders for important medications, or even place calls to family members living in places like Sacramento or Nashville. On the surface, this technology seems almost magical in its convenience and responsiveness. However, there's an uncomfortable truth we need to discuss. These devices are constantly listening to everything happening in your home. While companies assure us that their assistants only activate when you speak their wake words like Alexa, "Hey Google," or Siri. Independent studies and leaked internal reports have revealed that these devices frequently misinterpret ordinary sounds and begin recording even when you didn't intend to activate them. Perhaps more disturbing, many of these recordings are stored in massive corporate databases indefinitely. What shocks most seniors is learning that employees at these technology companies sometimes listen to portions of these recordings. Companies claim this practice helps improve their technology, but the reality means that complete strangers may hear your most private conversations and personal moments. Consider what this means for your daily life as a senior. You might discuss sensitive health conditions with your spouse, provide important instructions about financial matters, share private family concerns, or have intimate conversations with visiting grandchildren, all while sitting in what you consider the privacy of your own kitchen or living room. These conversations, which you naturally assumed were completely safe within your home's walls, could be captured, analyzed, and in some cases, even reviewed by people you will never meet or know. The situation becomes even more complex because these assistant devices often connect to other smart home products throughout your house, including smart thermostats, video doorbells, and lighting systems. This creates what technology experts call a comprehensive data ecosystem, where virtually everything about your daily routine can be mapped and monitored. The systems can determine what time you typically wake up, when you leave your house for appointments or errands, when you return home, how often you listen to music, how much time you spend in different rooms, and countless other intimate details about your personal life. Voice assistants also connect directly to online shopping platforms. If you've ever asked Alexa to order household supplies or groceries for delivery, that purchase history, including the specific way you make requests, gets permanently recorded over time. These companies develop detailed knowledge not only about what products you're buying, but also about your thought processes and decision-making patterns when making purchases. For marketing companies, this represents incredibly valuable information. For you as a consumer, it represents a complete erosion of personal privacy. The most unsettling realization is that the one place we've always considered completely private and secure, our own homes, no longer provides that sanctuary. While these assistant devices certainly make certain aspects of life more convenient, they also transform your living room, kitchen, and even bedroom into spaces where you are never truly alone or unmonitored. Number 5, your everyday online searches. If there's one activity where most seniors feel completely secure and private, it's sitting in front of a computer or tablet, typing questions into a search engine. This feels personal and confidential, almost like quietly pondering a question in the privacy of your own thoughts. Unfortunately, online searches represent one of the most heavily monitored and tracked activities you engage in every single day. Here's the reality of how this monitoring works. Every single search you conduct, whether you're looking up information about the best vitamins for joint health, researching treatment options for arthritis, comparing prices for flights to visit grandchildren in places like Minneapolis or Tampa, or seeking advice about retirement planning, gets logged and recorded permanently. This search history gets connected to your computer's IP address, your specific device, and often directly to your personal identity and name. Companies use this search data to construct incredibly detailed profiles about you as an individual. Your approximate age, specific health concerns and medical conditions, personal interests and hobbies, financial situation and spending capacity, and even your political beliefs and social views. The tracking extends far beyond simply recording what you type into search boxes. Search engines also monitor exactly how you search for information. They track how long you pause before clicking on a search result, which websites you choose to visit, how far down the page you scroll before finding what you need, and how quickly you return to the search results page. While these might seem like insignificant details, all of these micro behaviors reveal important information about your emotional state, decision-making process, and personal concerns. The sophisticated algorithms can determine whether you're feeling anxious about something, whether you're carefully comparing prices due to financial constraints, or whether you're uncertain and worried about a potential medical condition. For seniors, this level of monitoring can create serious unintended consequences. Imagine searching for information about memory concerns or potential medication side effects. Within just a few days, you might start receiving targeted advertisements for expensive nutritional supplements, unverified treatment programs, or even questionable memory care facilities specifically designed to target your fears and concerns. The more vulnerable and personal your search topics are, the more aggressive and manipulative the marketing campaigns that follow become. In some disturbing cases, scammers actually purchase this type of personal search data specifically to target seniors directly with fraudulent offers and deceptive schemes. Even your most private questions and concerns, the kind you would never speak aloud to another person, don't remain private in the digital world. Perhaps you found yourself typing sensitive questions into a search engine late at night, believing it's just between you and the computer. In reality, that search has likely been stored permanently, connected to your complete digital profile, and potentially shared with advertisers, data collection companies, and third-party organizations you've never heard of and never agreed to share information with. Take a moment to like this video if you're finding this information helpful, and consider sharing it with other seniors in your family or community who might benefit from understanding these privacy concerns. Final thoughts in protecting yourself. As we reach the end of our discussion today, I want you to understand that knowledge truly is power when it comes to protecting your personal privacy. The 5 areas we've explored together, your smart television, smartphone applications, public security cameras, home assistant devices, and online searches, represent just the beginning of understanding how our personal information is being collected and used in today's digital world. The goal of sharing this information isn't to frighten you or suggest that you should abandon all modern technology. Rather, my purpose is to help you make informed decisions about your privacy and take practical steps to protect yourself. Technology can enhance our lives in wonderful ways, connecting us with family members across the country, providing access to important health information, and making daily tasks more convenient. The key is learning how to use these tools while maintaining control over your personal information. There are concrete steps you can take to protect your privacy, starting today. For your smart television, spend time reviewing your privacy settings, typically found in the main settings menu. Look for options to disable data collection, turn off voice recognition features, and limit information sharing with third parties. Many televisions allow you to cover or disable cameras and microphones when they are not needed. With your smartphone applications, become more selective about what you download and install. Before accepting any application's permission requests, ask yourself whether those permissions make sense for the application's stated purpose. A weather application doesn't need access to your contacts or microphone. Regularly review and adjust your privacy settings, and don't hesitate to delete applications you no longer use or trust. When it comes to public surveillance, while you can't control the cameras themselves, you can be aware of your surroundings and make informed choices about where and how often you visit certain locations. Some seniors choose to vary their routines occasionally to avoid creating predictable patterns that could be exploited by those with malicious intentions. For home assistant devices, consider whether you really need them. Always listening. Many devices have mute buttons or can be unplugged when not in use. Review your stored recordings periodically and delete them if the device allows. Place these devices in common areas rather than bedrooms or other private spaces. Regarding online searches, consider using privacy-focused search engines that don't track your activities. Clear your browser history regularly, and be cautious about searching for highly sensitive personal information from your primary devices. Remember that protecting your privacy is an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. Technology continues to evolve rapidly, and new privacy challenges emerge regularly. Stay informed about these changes, and don't hesitate to ask for help from trusted family members or friends who might be more familiar with technology. Most importantly, trust your instincts. If something feels invasive or uncomfortable about a particular technology or service, you have every right to limit or avoid using it. Your privacy and peace of mind are valuable, and you deserve to feel secure in your own home and daily activities. The companies behind these technologies often benefit financially from collecting your personal information, but you have the power to set boundaries and make choices that prioritize your privacy and security. By staying informed and taking these protective steps, you can enjoy the benefits of modern technology while maintaining the privacy and dignity you deserve. I hope this information has been helpful for you today. Please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more content focused on protecting seniors from privacy invasions and digital risks. Share this video with other seniors in your life who might benefit from this information. And let me know in the comments what privacy concerns worry you most. Your experiences and questions help me create content that addresses the real challenges our senior community faces every day.